Hello and thank you for joining me for another tutorial brought to you by Pink's Jewelry along with my friends at AllFreeBeadedJewelry. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this fabulous bracelet featuring a twist style pewter toggle clasp, these gorgeous purple glass beads, and a little accent of these faceted check glass beads. It looks brilliant in the sunshine or any light. It really catches it beautifully. And let's go ahead and get started. The tools that you're going to need are a pair of wire cutters and a pair of crimping pliers. 5 large beads of your choice. I have these really pretty purple glass beads. I like them because the light goes through them really nicely. They glisten beautifully. I have 12 6mm black check glass beads and a really pretty twist style of engraving pewter clasp. You're also going to need your beading wire and 2 crimp beads. Now, on a lot of the packaging of your beading wire, it will tell you what size of corresponding crimp beads that you should use, so make sure that you go with that direction. So first you're going to take your wire and you're going to thread on one of your crimp tubes. Once you have done that, take one of your halves of clasp, either end, and thread that through as well. Loop the wire around and thread both your long wire and your little wire tail here through the crimp bead. Pull it close to the top, but not all the way. You do want to leave a little room, a little bit of a loop, so that there's some give. You don't want your crimp bead rubbing straight against the loop of the clasp because that could really damage it and compromise the strength of your bracelet. So once you have that in place and you're comfortable with the amount of space you have between the bead and the clasp, you're going to grab your crimping pliers. And on your crimping pliers, you'll note there's 2 channels. There's a back channel that looks like a crescent and a front channel that is more of an oval shape. The first step, you're going to use the crescent, and we're going to use that to flatten the crimp and create a dent in the middle. Then we're going to flip it over and use the top channel and make it kind of round. So go ahead and do that. Start with your back channel. Press down. Then you're going to, for the next step, make sure the rounded side of your newly formed crimp is facing towards you and the dented side is facing away from you. And you'll place it in the front channel of your crimping pliers. And you'll press down. Once you've done that, you're going to want to give it a little bit of a tug just to make sure it's nice and strong. Make sure it doesn't move up and down the wire. And you're ready to start threading on your beads. So in this pattern, we're going to do 2 of your little black beads, 1 of your larger beads, 2 of the black beads, a larger bead, and keep going until at the end of the bracelet you have the same pattern you started with. So since we're starting with 2 black beads, we want to end with 2 black beads as well. So we'll thread a couple of those on first. And you're going to want to make sure they go over both your wire tail and your main wire before you go any further. This adds a little bit of extra strength to them. we'll thread on one of our beautiful purple glass beads. Thread those both through as well. And this is a safe amount of length. The length of this bead and the two little black ones, that's good enough for this bracelet. In terms of the strength of the second wire. So you can go ahead and snip the excess right here, because these are very light beads. So take your wire cutters, pull your main wire back so you don't accidentally snip that, and just snip off the excess wire. And keep threading your beads on until you get to the end, and I will show you how to add the other side of the clasp and finish off your beautiful new bracelet. Okay, now that you have threaded on all your beads, and you can make it as long or as short as you would like, now you're ready for your clasp. So take your second crimp bead and thread that onto your wire. Then take your clasp and thread that on. Loop it around and thread it through your crimp bead, your first two black beads, and your first purple bead, and then you'll snip off the excess wire. Okay, go ahead and snip off your excess wire. And then you will crimp your second bead and you will be done. So place it in the back channel of your crimping pliers. And flip it over and place it in the front channel of your crimping pliers. And you are done. You have a beautiful new bracelet to enjoy or give as a gift or make a part of a set. Thank you for joining me for another tutorial brought to you by Pink's Jewelry and my friends at AllFreeBeadedJewelry.com. Enjoy crafting and have a great day.